back in the days of King James in the 1600s, there was a gentleman running around that was a magician, and he was calling himself Hocus Pocus. And the phrase Hocus Pocus has a lot of different theories about how it originated, but one of them is based upon this idea of transubstantiation, which we have an article on at various websites. One is tourism.net, and the other one is lamblegacyfoundation.com, and the new notsereemlife.com, which you can become a subscriber of. This is the top of the article. Looks kind of like a scrying ball there, doesn't it? Well, those are hands and a piece of flat bread. Hoc est corpus meum. Anyway, it's Latin. Hocus Pocus. I'm going to change this coffee filter into a mask. Watch this. Hocus Pocus, dude. Uh-oh. Hey, what happened? It turned into a coffee. This coffee filter suddenly became a mask, and it's at least as effective as any of the things that people wear. Just whip that out. Oh, you want me to wear a mask? Oh, here, there you go. Okay, you can go on. It's unbelievable. Anyway, the interesting thing about the Hocus Pocus theory is it's kind of like the open sesame and this phrase abracadabra. Yeah, they do this stuff. They have all kinds of stage shows, magicians, and they'll bilk you out of your money, and they do that in every way. In the Roman Catholic circuses, they've got it going on too. It's called transubstantiation, where they take this little bread thing, and then this priest announces over this bread, "Hoc est corpus meum," and it's Latin for "this is my body," and then it supposedly yanks the spirit of Yahusha out of the heavens and back down into this little wafer, and it looks visually just like bread and physically is just bread, but yet it's believed to be the living actual body of Yahusha. Now, anybody that can do that can do anything, but that's not considered a miracle. I don't know why that is. But anyway, they don't consider that to be a miracle. It's just an endowed ability because they were, announced to be priests. Well, let's not buy that stuff. They're having Passover every weekday morning on Sunday morning when the sun comes up, and Passover is only done once a year. Yahusha is our Passover. Okay, there's no sacraments or anything like that going on. That's all lies. Please wake up. I was raised in it. It's all Hinduism. The thing I'd like to talk to you today about is this article that we're loading up to notsereemlife.com very soon. And it's written by Brother Brick Parrish, who's also the author of a study of the two-house study of Israel. And the two houses of Israel was when Yahusha divorced the northern tribes. And of course the northern tribes were known as Ephraim. And if you read, I think it's Psalm 80, is not Ephraim a precious child? And he's going to bless Ephraim. They're not Yahudim. They're another tribe. Anyway, the article is actually going to be there soon. It may be by the time you see this video. And let's see if I can find it. Well, I'm seeing the camera here. What I need to do is find the right place. Here it comes. This is called Did Yahusha Lie? Of course, most of the world knows him by another name, J-E-S-U-S. Did Yahusha lie? This is a serious question. Without realizing it, most believers are trained by their preachers to believe Yahusha lied. And that's because they believe that he did away with the Torah, his commandments. Think not that I came to destroy the law, that's the Torah, or the prophets. I came not to destroy, but to fulfill. Now that word fulfill is misunderstood. It means complete. In this article, he explains the words. And his name is Brick Parrish. He's got this, I made it a 20-page article, which you will be able to download or read online at NotSereneLife.com. You'll have to join, but it's a wonderful place. It's growing, not only in membership, but also in the quality and the quantity of the research, and you can contact other Nazarene. And he explains the Greek word and the Hebrew word, and there's one thing that people misunderstand, and that is what the covenant is. The eternal covenant was inside the ark, written on the stone tablets, and that is not ever going to pass away. He called heaven and earth as witnesses that this would not ever pass away. And Yirmiyahu, they call Jeremiah, chapter 31, talks about the eternal covenant also. And the thing I want to mention here is the word Torah is this word law that's kind of inaccurate because it really means instruction. And the plural is Toroth, instructions. Notice the law that's referred to at Hebrews 8:10 with the meaning of the Hebrew word spoken by Yahusha at Matthew 5:17 is the word Torah. At Hebrews 8, this is speaking of the same covenant in stone tablets inside the ark, but to be written on human hearts. And Ezekiel talks about that also. Anyway, at Hebrews 8:13, we find Torah still to mean instruction, yet this Torah is discussing the instructions for animal blood and offering animal blood, and the prescriptions for the old priesthood, handwritten on a Torah scroll, placed beside the ark, written in handwriting on an animal hide. And this is found at Deuteronomy 31, verse 26. Now that's also called the Torah, the instructions, the law. Now that's where Christians have misinterpreted it. Theologians down through the centuries have equated the word Torah in this instance with the commandments inside the ark, and misunderstood Paul's writings about the law, or Torah, that were written on a scroll beside the ark that was about animal blood. So that's at Deuteronomy 31:26, and you'll see it very clearly, and this is reflecting Hebrews 8:13. And it uses the same word, but it does not refer to the same Torah. Because the obsolete Torah that has passed away is not written in stone. It was the one written on the scroll by for the offering of animal blood, which was a temporary thing. It's obsolete now. Hebrews 8:13 says so. The covenant inside the ark is everlasting. Matthew 5:17 says, "Do not think that I came to destroy or annul the Torah and the prophets, but I did not come to annul, but to fulfill, to complete." He didn't come to abolish his commandments, but to overcome the works of the devil. And you can't just Paul's writings are misunderstood. It says so. Peter says so. Search the scriptures, and you'll see these mistakes and these false doctrines and go, wow, I never saw that. But then, you know, get this article. It's by Brick Parrish, and it's called "Did Yahusha Lie?" Well, thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.